Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever felt like she's giving you something, but not enough to be sure? Like you're standing on the edge of a truth no one will confirm, and it's slowly driving you insane? Before we go deeper, take a second. Subscribe, like the video, because what you're about to hear might quietly change the way you see every interaction with women from this moment forward. Listen carefully. When a woman truly likes you, she almost never says it outright. Not at first. Not in the way you expect. Instead, she leaks it. Through patterns, through behaviors, through subtle emotional signals that most men are too distracted, or too hopeful, to read correctly. And that's where you've been losing. You've been trained to look for obvious signs, big confessions, clear interest, direct words. But attraction doesn't work like that. Especially not from a woman who feels vulnerable around you. Because liking you puts her at risk. And women are experts at protecting their emotional exposure. So instead of telling you, she shows you. The first sign is something most men completely overlook, because it doesn't look like attraction at all. It's inconsistency with intention. One moment she's warm, engaged, even playful. The next, she pulls back, becomes distant, harder to read. And you start overthinking. You assume she's losing interest. But what's actually happening is far more revealing. She's regulating how much of herself she gives you because she feels something real. A woman who doesn't care is consistent in her indifference. But a woman who likes you, she battles herself. She moves closer, then retreats. Not to confuse you, but to protect herself from being too obvious. And here's the part no one tells you. If you chase harder in those moments, you break the tension. You remove the mystery she's unconsciously creating. But if you stay grounded, calm, unaffected, you become the one man she can't easily read, and that pulls her back in. Attraction grows in emotional uncertainty, not clarity. So when she shifts between presence and distance, don't panic. Observe, because that push and pull is often the first silent confession she'll never say out loud. Let's go deeper into what she does when she actually likes you, because the second sign is even more subtle, and most men misinterpret it completely. She starts creating reasons to be around you. Not always directly, not always obviously, but consistently. She might ask small questions that don't seem important. She might initiate conversations that have no clear purpose. Or she might find herself replying faster than she does with others. From the outside, it looks casual, but from a psychological perspective, it's intentional proximity. A woman who doesn't care about you won't invest energy into maintaining contact unless there is a clear benefit. But a woman who likes you will create subtle openings to stay connected, even when she doesn't need to. And here's where you need to be careful, because many men either ignore this entirely or overreact to it. If you assume too much, you start chasing validation instead of observing behavior. And if you dismiss it, you miss one of the clearest early indicators of genuine interest. The key is balance. Stay aware, but don't become reactive. When a woman likes you, she will find small ways to keep you within her orbit. Not by force, but by choice. And those choices, repeated over time, tell you everything you need to know. We're just getting started, because the third sign reveals something even more powerful than proximity. It reveals emotional investment. When she likes you, she starts to care about how you feel, not just what you say. You'll notice it in the way she remembers small details you casually mentioned days ago. She brings them up without prompting. That's not coincidence, that's attention. A woman who is indifferent will forget. A woman who is interested will retain. This is because emotional attachment enhances memory processing. And when she starts investing memory into your words, she is mentally placing you in a category that matters. That's not casual behavior. That's selective attention. And selective attention is one of the strongest psychological indicators of attraction. She is not doing this for everyone. She is doing it for you. Because something about you has already stood out. And when a woman starts to remember you without effort, you are no longer just another interaction in her day. You are becoming part of her internal world, and that is where attraction begins to deepen beyond surface-level interest. Pay attention to this. Now let's talk about something most men completely misunderstand, and it's one of the clearest emotional indicators that she likes you. When a woman is genuinely interested, she becomes more responsive, not just in how often she replies, but in how she responds. There is a noticeable shift in tone, energy, and engagement. Her messages become more thoughtful. Her replies carry emotion, curiosity, and subtle effort. She doesn't just answer you, she continues the conversation. And here's the key difference you need to understand. A woman who is not interested will communicate out of necessity. Her responses will feel minimal, direct, and closed. But a woman who likes you will communicate out of desire. She will expand the conversation, ask follow-up questions, and show signs that she wants to keep the interaction alive. You might notice she mirrors your communication style. If you are expressive, she becomes expressive. If you are playful, she responds with playfulness. This mirroring is not random, it's subconscious alignment. It's her mind adapting to your energy because she is engaged and emotionally present. Another important detail is timing. She doesn't just reply, she prioritizes replying. Even when she is busy, she finds a moment to respond. Not because she has to, but because she wants to maintain the connection. That small effort signals that you are not just another conversation in her inbox. You are someone she is making space for. But don't fall into the trap of overanalyzing every single message. The pattern matters more than the moment. One delayed reply means nothing. One enthusiastic message means nothing. What you are looking for is consistency over time. When her communication becomes naturally engaging, when she invests thought into her responses, and when the interaction feels alive rather than forced, you are witnessing emotional involvement forming in real time. This is not something she consciously announces. She doesn't say, "I'm interested in you." Instead, her behavior reflects it through effort, tone, and consistency. And once a woman begins to communicate with you in this way, it's because she feels comfortable. And interest cannot exist without comfort. Pay attention to how she communicates with you compared to how she communicates with others. That contrast reveals more than anything she will ever verbally express. Now here's where things become even more revealing. Because attraction is not just about how she acts when she's with you, it's also about how she behaves around other people when you are present. When a woman likes you, her awareness of you increases, even in group settings. You'll notice that her body orientation subtly shifts toward you. She may position herself closer to you without making it obvious. Her eyes will occasionally check in with you during conversations, almost as if she's tracking your reactions. This is not accidental. Human attention naturally gravitates toward what matters emotionally. And when a woman is attracted to you, her subconscious begins to prioritize your presence in the environment. Even if she is talking to others, a part of her focus remains on you. Another important detail is how she reacts when you engage with other people. You may notice a slight change in her energy. She becomes more attentive, sometimes more expressive, or even a bit more reserved, depending on her personality. This shift is not about competition in a dramatic sense, it's about emotional awareness. She is subconsciously registering your social value. And here's something most men overlook completely. When a woman likes you, she becomes more conscious of how she is perceived in your presence. She may adjust her appearance slightly, fix her hair more often, or become more mindful of her posture. These micro-behaviors are not coincidences. They are signals of self-awareness triggered by attraction. She wants to be seen, in the best possible way, by you. At the same time, she may also try to capture your attention indirectly, not by forcing it, but by subtly standing out, laughing a bit louder, contributing more to the conversation, or positioning herself in your line of sight. All of this happens without her explicitly thinking, "I need to impress him." It's automatic, it's emotional, it's instinctive. And when you begin to notice these patterns consistently, you start to understand something important. Attraction is not hidden in words, it's expressed through behavior in shared spaces. So instead of focusing only on what she says to you directly, start observing how she behaves when she knows you are watching, when she is in your proximity, and when you are part of her environment. That's where her real interest quietly reveals itself. Let's go into one of the most misunderstood signs, and yet one of the most powerful indicators that a woman likes you. She starts to open up emotionally in a way that feels natural, not forced. This doesn't mean she tells you her deepest secrets immediately. It means she gradually becomes more comfortable sharing her thoughts, opinions, experiences, and even small personal details that she wouldn't normally share with just anyone. There is a shift from surface-level interaction to something more personal. When a woman feels nothing, she keeps conversations general, safe, and predictable. But when she feels something, she allows moments of vulnerability to appear. She might talk about her day in more detail, share something that made her happy or stressed, or even express opinions that reveal her personality more clearly. This emotional openness is not random, it's trust developing. And trust is the foundation of attraction. Another subtle part of this sign is how she reacts to your responses when she opens up. If you listen attentively, acknowledge her feelings, and respond with genuine interest rather than judgment, she will feel that you are a safe person to connect with. That safety reinforces her attraction and encourages her to open up even more over time. But if she senses disinterest, distraction, or dismissiveness, she will slowly withdraw. Not immediately, but gradually. Because emotional investment requires reciprocity. Now here's something very important. When a woman starts sharing her inner world with you, she is not just passing time. She is testing emotional compatibility. She is observing how you handle her thoughts, how you respond to her moods, and whether you create a space where she feels understood. And if she likes you, she will subconsciously lean into that connection more and more. You may also notice that she asks you questions that go beyond the surface. Questions about your mindset, your experiences, your perspectives on life. This is her way of mapping who you are on a deeper level. Because attraction is not just physical, it becomes psychological very quickly. So when you see a woman becoming more open, more expressive, and more willing to let you into her internal world, understand this clearly. She is not doing that with everyone. That level of openness is selective. And selection is one of the strongest indicators of genuine interest. Now let's bring everything together. Because the final sign is not just one behavior, it's a combination of subtle patterns that reveal something undeniable over time. When a woman truly likes you, she begins to invest in you emotionally, mentally, and behaviorally without being asked to. She remembers details about you, she makes space for you in her schedule, she communicates with intention, and she becomes more present in your interactions. But the deeper layer is this: her behavior becomes consistent. Consistency is the real truth. Anyone can show interest once. Anyone can have a good conversation, send a thoughtful message, or engage in a moment of connection. But a woman who genuinely likes you will repeat these behaviors naturally over time. Not perfectly, not without fluctuation, but with a clear pattern that doesn't disappear without reason. You'll also notice that her energy around you feels different compared to others. There is a sense of familiarity building, a kind of comfort that allows her to be more relaxed, more expressive, and more authentic. She doesn't feel the need to constantly impress you, but she still remains engaged with you. That balance between comfort and interest is where real attraction stabilizes. And here's something many men never fully understand. When a woman likes you, she is not just evaluating you, she is also experiencing her own emotions in response to you. That means her attraction is not purely logical, it's layered, emotional, and often subconscious. She may not even fully articulate why she feels drawn to you, but her behavior will continue to reflect that internal pull. This is why reading patterns matters more than chasing words. Words can be polite, words can be controlled, but behavior, especially repeated behavior, is far harder to fake over time. When you step back and observe without anxiety, you begin to see the truth clearly. So instead of asking yourself, "Does she like me?" over and over again, start asking a better question. Is her behavior consistent with genuine interest? Because when a woman likes you, she doesn't confuse you indefinitely. She reveals herself through what she does, not just what she says. And once you learn to recognize these signs with clarity, you stop guessing and start understanding. That's where your confidence becomes quiet, grounded, and unshakable. because now you're no longer reacting to uncertainty, you're reading reality.